Hare Krishna, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 1, text 10. प्रायेणल्पायुषा सभ्या कलौ अस्मिन् युगे जनाः मन्दा सुमन्दमतयो मन्दभाग्या हि उपद्रुताः. Synonyms: Prayena, almost always; Alpa, meager; Ayushaha, duration of life; Sabhya, member of a learned society; Kalau, in this age of Kali, quarrel; Asmin, herein; Yuge, age; Janaha, the public; Mandaha, lazy; Sumandamatayaha, misguided; Mandabhagyaha, unlucky; he, and above all; Upadrutaha, disturbed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: O learned one, in this iron age of Kali, men have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. Purport: The devotees of the Lord are always anxious for the spiritual improvement of the general public. When the sages of Naimisharanya analyzed the state of affairs of the people in this age of Kali, they foresaw that men would live short lives. In Kali Yuga, the duration of life is shortened not so much because of insufficient food but because of irregular habits. By keeping regular habits and eating simple food, any man can maintain his health. Overeating, over sense gratification, over dependence on another's mercy, and artificial standards of living sap the very vitality of human energy. Therefore, the duration of life is shortened. The people of this age are also very lazy, not only materially but in the matter of self realization. The human life is especially meant for self realization. That is to say, man should come to know what he is, what the world is, and what the supreme truth is. Human life is a means by which the living entity can end all the miseries of the hard struggle for life in material existence, and by which he can return to Godhead, his eternal home. But due to a bad system of education, men have no desire for self realization. Even if they come to know about it, they unfortunately become victims of misguided teachers. In this age, men are victims not only of different political creeds and parties, but also of many different types of sense gratificatory diversions, such as cinemas, sports, gambling, clubs, mundane libraries, bad association, smoking, drinking, cheating, pilfering, bickerings, and so on. Their minds are always disturbed and full of anxieties due to so many different engagements. In this age, many unscrupulous men manufacture their own religious faiths which are not based on any revealed scriptures. And very often, people who are addicted to sense gratification are attracted by such institutions. Consequently, in the name of religion, so many sinful acts are being carried on that the people in general have neither peace of mind nor health of body. The student, brahmachari communities are no longer being maintained, and householders do not observe the rules and regulations of the Gruhastha ashrama. Consequently, the so called Vanaprasthas and Sannyasis who come out of such Grahastha ashramas are easily deviated from the rigid path. In the Kali Yuga, the whole atmosphere is surcharged with faithlessness. Men are no longer interested in spiritual values. Material sense gratification is now the standard of civilization. For the maintenance of such material civilizations, man has formed complex nations and communities, and there is a constant strain of hot and cold wars between these different groups. It has become very difficult. Therefore, to raise the spiritual standard due to the present distorted values of human society, the sages of Naimisharanya are anxious to disentangle all fallen souls, and here they are seeking the remedy from Srila Suta Goswami. Text 11. Bhurini bhuri karmani श्रोतव्यानि विभागशः अतः साधोऽत्र यत्सारं समुद्धृत्या मनीषया ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां येनात्मा सुप्रसीदति. Synonyms: Bhurini, multifarious. Bhuri, many. Karmani, duties. Shrotavyani, to be learned. Vibhagashaha, by divisions of subject matter. Ataha, therefore. Sadho, O sage. Atra, herein. Yat, whatever. Saram, essence. Samudrutya, by selection. Manishaya, best to your knowledge. Bruhi, please tell us. Bhadraya, for the good of. Bhutanam, the living beings. Yena, by which. Atma, the self. Suprasidati, becomes fully satisfied. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: There are many varieties of scriptures, and in all of them there are many prescribed duties, which can be learned only after many years of study in their various divisions. Therefore, O sage, please select the essence of all these scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instruction their hearts may be fully satisfied. Purport: Atma, or self, is distinguished from matter and material elements. It is spiritual in constitution, and thus it is never satisfied by any amount of material planning. All scriptures and spiritual instructions are meant for the satisfaction of this self or Atma. There are many varieties of approaches which are recommended for different types of living beings in different times and at different places. Consequently, the members of revealed scriptures are innumerable. There are different methods and prescribed duties recommended in these various scriptures. Taking into consideration the fallen condition of the people in general in this age of Kali, the sages of Naimisharanya suggested that Sri Suta Goswami relate the essence of all such scriptures, because in this age it is not possible for the fallen souls to understand and undergo all the lessons of all these various scriptures in a Varna and Ashrama system. The Varna and Ashrama society was considered to be the best institution for lifting the human being to the spiritual platform. But due to Kali Yuga, it is not possible to execute the rules and regulations of these institutions, nor is it possible for the people in general to completely sever relations with their families as the Varnashrama institution prescribes. The whole atmosphere is surcharged with opposition, and considering this, one can see that spiritual emancipation for the common man in this age is very difficult. The reason the sages presented this matter to Sri Suta Goswami is explained in the following verses. Text 12. Suta Janasi Badram Te Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi Devakyam Vasudevasya Jato Yasya Chikirshaya. Synonyms. Suta, O Suta Goswami. Janasi, you know. Badram Te, all blessings upon you. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Satvatam, of the pure devotees. Patihi, the protector. Devakyam, in the womb of Devaki. Vasudevasya, by Vasudeva. Jataha, born of. Yasya, for the purpose of. Chikirshaya, executing. Translation and purport by Sri C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. All blessings upon you, O Suta Goswami. You know for what purpose the personality of Godhead appeared in the womb of Devaki as the son of Vasudeva. Purport. Bhagavan means the Almighty God, who is the controller of all opulences, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. He is the protector of his pure devotees. Although God is equally disposed to everyone, he is especially inclined to his devotees. Sat means the absolute truth, and persons who are servitors of the absolute truth are called Satvatas. And the personality of Godhead who protects such pure devotees is known as the protector of the Satvatas. Badram Te, or blessings upon you, indicates the sage's anxiety to know the absolute truth from the speaker. Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appeared to Devaki, the wife of Vasudeva. Vasudeva is the symbol of the transcendental position wherein the appearance of the Supreme Lord takes place. Text 13. Tanna Sushru Samananam Arhasi Anganuvarnitum Yasyavataro Bhutanam Kshemaya Cha Bhavaya Cha. Synonyms. Tat, those. Na, unto us. Sushru Samananam, those who are endeavoring for. Arhasi, ought to do it. Anga, O Suta Goswami. Anuvarnitum, to explain by following the footsteps of previous acharyas. Yasya, whose. Avataraha, incarnation. Bhutanam, of the living beings. Kshemaya, for good. Cha, and. Bhavaya, upliftment. Cha, and. Translation and purport by Divine C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O Suta Goswami, we are eager to learn about the personality of Godhead and his incarnations. Please explain to us those teachings imparted by previous masters, acharyas, for one is uplifted both by speaking them and by hearing them. Purport. The conditions for hearing the transcendental message of the Absolute Truth are set forth herein. The first condition is that the audience must be very sincere and eager to hear, and the speaker must be in the line of disciplic succession from the recognized Acharya. The transcendental message of the Absolute is not understandable by those who are materially absorbed. Under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, one becomes gradually purified. Therefore, one must be in the chain of disciplic succession and learn the spiritual art of submissive hearing. In the case of Suta Goswami and the sages of Naimisharanya, all these conditions are fulfilled because Srila Suta Goswami is in the line of Srila Vyasadeva, and the sages of Naimisharanya are all sincere souls who are anxious to learn the truth. Thus, the transcendental topics of Lord Shri Krishna's superhuman activities, his incarnation, his birth, appearance or disappearance, his forms, his names, and so on are all easily understandable because all requirements are fulfilled. Such discourses help all men on the path of spiritual realization.